The first text came an hour after the party. I just need some space. Don't wait up. I stared at it on my phone, thumb hovering over the screen. Her words were calm, almost casual, but the weight behind them hit me like a brick. At the party, she had said, I want to be alone tonight. And I didn't argue. I'd smiled, told her it was fine, and walked away. But now, alone in the quiet apartment, a chill settled over me. At first, I tried to tell myself it was nothing. People needed space, right? Maybe she'd just had a rough day. But over the next few days, a subtle tension crept into everything. Calls went unanswered. Messages read but never replied to. A laugh on the other end of the line. That didn't quite sound like her. Every detail that had once been ordinary suddenly felt like a hint at something hidden. I found myself replaying the party in my mind. How she lingered near the back door, pretending to check her phone. How her smile had faltered whenever I looked at her. I remembered the faint scent of perfume that wasn't hers. I told myself I was overthinking it. I wanted to be overthinking it. But the gnawing feeling in my chest refused to fade. One evening, a notification popped up on my laptop. An email preview sent to her account, but still visible on my screen. I froze, heart thudding. It was from someone named Mark, a name I didn't recognize. The message was innocuous on the surface, but there was a casual intimacy in the words that made my stomach turn. I looked over the other side of the room, her empty chair, and suddenly the apartment felt too large, too silent. I tried to rationalize. Maybe it was a misunderstanding. Maybe it was work, a friend. But when I checked the phone she'd left charging on the counter, the messages stacked up like small, jagged pieces of glass. Late-night texts, secret meetups, laughter shared in words I wasn't supposed to see. My hand shook as I scrolled, disbelief warring with the knowledge forming in my chest. The betrayal didn't explode in a single cinematic moment. It crept in, tiny cut by tiny cut, through screenshots, unanswered calls, and hidden notifications. Each discovery was like a slow burn. I thought about the quiet mornings we'd spent together, the way she'd brush hair from my forehead, the little jokes I thought were ours. Every memory suddenly stung. Every smile seemed tainted. I confronted her that night. My voice was quieter than I'd expected, almost fragile. Why? I asked, not screaming, just letting the word hang heavy between us. She looked at me, eyes wide, face pale, and in that moment, I saw guilt and fear mingle together. I didn't mean for it to happen, she said, and I could hear the trembling in her voice. There was no justification that would make this less painful. She explained. It wasn't love, she said. It was loneliness, a moment of weakness. I wanted to scream, to cry, to break down, but mostly I just felt hollow. The person I had trusted most in the world had walked into someone else's arms while I was standing right there. Her remorse was there, raw and desperate, but it didn't fill the emptiness her actions had left. I walked away. Not angrily, not with dramatic slamming doors or shouted words, but slowly, with a quiet resolve that comes from understanding some things can't be fixed. She called after me, begged, cried, and I didn't look back. My heart ached, but for the first time in days, I felt a clarity I hadn't had before. The love that once blinded me now felt like a mirror I had to shatter to see clearly. In the weeks that followed, I learned to live in the silence she left behind. I remembered who I was without her, the strength I'd buried beneath trust and routine. I thought about forgiveness, but also about self-respect. There's a kind of peace that comes not from reconciliation, but from the courage to walk away quietly, to let betrayal teach you your own worth. I still think about that night at the party. Her words, simple and casual, I want to be alone, echo in my mind. And I understand now that sometimes walking away isn't defeat. It's survival. And it's the first step toward reclaiming yourself from someone who could never truly value the love you gave.